Today we're back in the shop and we're going to be doing a review on a product that got sent to me that I think is going to be good for preppers or campers or something like that.
One of the things that I'm not really a fan of are unboxing videos. I mean, it's really not rocket science to take something out of a box and say, "Oh, this is cool. Look at this thing. It's so shiny." Opening these boxes, it's normally just a razor's knife away. This box was pretty beat up, though, to be honest with you. So those of you at Saker who are watching this, you might want to check on how much you're paying for postal. I don't know if this thing came all the way from China or if it was shipped locally. It doesn't matter, but the box is pretty beat up, which made me wonder if everything inside of it was okay. Turns out everything is just fine. Instructions came. I only had that one little thing happen where, like, oh, by the way, there's no charging block. But I understand that's how we cut costs and we make things more affordable, and the light itself is actually pretty affordable. So setting this up for the next shot, it's really pretty easy. So much. It's the instructions. Easy to read and make it happen.
Okay, so it looks like it comes basically three components. You've got the light component. I'm guessing the battery's in there. You've got the tripod, which is right here, and then you've got the USB charger. Looks like it's USB A to USB C. That's a 2.0 to a C. And let's go ahead and get these out of the way because I think this is going to be kind of self-explanatory and it's big. So they're calling this the LED beads. I don't know why, but you got a brightness and strobe switch down over here someplace. There we go. And we got a power, and I'm guessing that has multiple functions. We're going to turn this on. Obviously we got our USB input. It looks like we've got, you can probably charge it and use this thing as a battery for your phone. The bottom magnet. Oh, this thing's got magnets. We're going to have to try and stick it to something here.
Overall, the magnets worked. They weren't super great, but this is one of the failings of a lot of magnetic devices. They're just not strong enough to handle any kind of leverage that's placed on them. In fact, you can see that it kind of fell off once.
Looks like we got ourselves a hook, which is great. And then we've got, this is where it goes into the tripod. These are 2835 lamp beads, as they're called. We got on-off modes, Type-C charging, and the folding hook, which we went to already. This is a pretty interesting light because you can use it for a lot of different things, which is kind of like, okay, oh, what do we got here? I feel like this is like a SpaceX ship or something. It doesn't go full, it goes 180 degrees. It's actually pretty tight. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward system that Saker's putting out. I've done a lot of work for Saker in the past. Never received any money for it. I won't make a penny off of this video, but it's a neat little light. And I think it's actually kind of good because not only can we do preparedness stuff, but we can also do like camping stuff, anything where we need to project light. I think that's going to be the most important thing. And then obviously we can put it on the tripod. Yeah, it's like a spaceship. I have to go and do some different angles on this. I'm going to change the angle on this because the sun is coming right through, and even if I turn this on, you may not even be able to see it. I have not charged it yet, yeah, it's these things normally come about 80% charged, so let's go ahead and switch the angle. All right, so basically we're going to use a tripod. You just screw it into the bottom. I mean, it looks like it's plastic. It's a little bit hardened plastic, I think. And then obviously we've got the whole, there is a button down here. It says push, so I don't know if this thing's going to come flying open. Okay, it just unlocks it. Thank God. Woo! Okay, it does not lock into place, but gravity's going to help us out. And then obviously we've got our typical tripod connectors. Wow, this thing actually goes pretty darn tall. Let's lock these down. And I'll get a backup view for you guys so you can actually see the whole thing. I know As you can see, it's pretty tall. I think it's going to get the job done no matter what we want to do with it. So I've dropped it down so that you guys can actually see this thing when I turn it on. Why don't I just push the button and turn it on? Let's try, I think that's the power button. Whoa, okay. Let's turn that so you guys aren't getting like blinded. But as you can tell, this thing is putting out a lot of light. Surprisingly a lot of light. Let me turn the lights off in here and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so if we wanted to turn it into a work light, not a problem. I think that's one of the interesting things about this light. It has so many different variations that we can use on it. I'm gonna push, let's push some buttons. Okay, that's, oh, we're dimming it. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, strobe alert, sorry about that. All right, so those are our options: high, medium, low, and strobe. What if I hold it? It does nothing. That's okay. All right, so we're just gonna keep it on high, and obviously we can turn it on, we can turn it off. It's very simple to use, and obviously if you get this sucker high enough, it's gonna put out more than enough light. I mean, you guys can't even see that. It's gonna put out more than enough light for camping, working on your car. It's gonna do a lot. Now, I will tell you that the plastic, let me turn that away from you. The plastic that this is made out of, it's not flimsy, but it doesn't feel like it's hardened. It's kind of lightweight. There was supposed to be a light thingy up here that I don't know. You guys know I don't read the instructions on these things. I think definitely something we could use in the preparedness space. I'm gonna turn that off. All right, look, if I was just, if the video ended there, I'd just be selling you stuff, and that's not what I want to do. Yes, there's a link in the description. Buy it if you want. I could care less. What I'm going to do next is we're going to wait until it gets dark, and we're going to see how much light this thing actually puts out.
5 hours later.
While I was waiting for it to get dark, I noticed that before we did this, where it was just high, medium, and low, and then flash, right? If you tap the power button, it actually changes the different amount of lights, and it even does that. And then that little light, that single light we were looking for, it turns that on. It's pretty neat. So let's go ahead and set this up in the dark and see what it looks like. Damn, this thing is freaking bright. Take it all the way up. It pretty much lights the entire room up. Pretty awesome. Now let's take this sucker outside. Yep, it's pretty amazing. You could easily work underneath that. Yep, good for camping as well. And it's even working here, right here on the front porch. Yeah, I'm gonna call it good enough. This week's video is on YouTube. Next week's video is on the Patreon. That's the link.